Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ghoulfriends. I am Jamie, and this is the lovely Alonna, and we are here in costume to celebrate the spooky season. Cheers. I was supposed to be Hunter S. Thompson, but my boyfriend doesn't have Acapulco shirts, and I did not know that before we got together, so that's a disappointment. So I'm Huntress Thompson, or Raquel Duke, and Alonna is, of course, a killer clown from outer space. And tonight we're here to talk about the new Halloween movie, Halloween Kills. There's a lot of different opinions on it, and if you've seen even just one of our podcasts or listened to one of our podcasts, then you know that Alonna is basically the authority on all things Halloween and Michael Myers. So, you are a huge fan of slasher flicks in general. Yes, obviously, with all of your tattoos in tribute to them. And I am as well. Halloween was one of the first, not the first, but one of the first movies, the original one that I ever watched with my dad. And even though I love them, I'm more drawn to horror that is more suspenseful and like deep story, and you don't totally know what's going on. So I think we're going to have some similar thoughts on this one, and then some differing thoughts on this one. And I was really excited to talk to you about it. So I will let you lead off, and since you are the authority here on the matter, what do you think about the new Halloween movie?
Okay, first of all, can you hear me okay through this?
Yeah, totally.
All right, cool, because there's only like a small little mouth hole. For those of you who actually do not know, this is actually a very close replica to the clown mask in Halloween remake by Rob Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. No. I thought this at work. I like clowns. A lot of people think I'm nuts, but I like clowns. But anyway, Halloween Kills. Okay, first off, I streamed it on Peacock. I did not see it in theaters. I cheated.
Oh, I really cheated. I saw it in a not so kosher fashion, but I'm honestly, and this is kind of a little, what am I thinking of? Foreshadowing of how I felt about the movie, but I'm glad I didn't pay for it.
Okay. See, I'm kind of on the fence. I feel like maybe I would have liked it better had I have seen it in theaters. However, I liked the tributes to the original. I loved the Loomis cameo. Loved it.
Yes. Yeah. I like that. They did it so well.
Yeah. I thought that was actually Donald Pleasance. To be honest.
Yeah, and it was just a little piece. They didn't like give him a whole huge thing. It was just enough.
Right. Completely agree. But as far as fluidity, now I know, and a lot of people say you have to take into consideration it's the middle of a trilogy. I understand that, but my complaint is Scream 2 was also the middle of a trilogy, and Scream 2 is easier to get through, to be honest. Just because Scream 2 kind of made more sense. Now, first, right off the bat, I did not like Anthony Michael Hall as Tommy Doyle. I'm sorry, but I did not like him. I will forever see him as fucking Brian Johnson, Mr. Rogers from The Breakfast Club. So yeah. There's that. Or Rusty from Vacation. So drop that down. Secondly, I appreciated the Silver Shamrock reference.
Yeah, they did do a shout out to that. I saw that. That was pretty cool with the masks.
I thought that was pretty cool. However, I thought that some of the kills were way too corny. For example, when that woman is holding the gun and Michael kicks the door and she shoots herself, like, come on. Come on, do something a little bit more original. Like, I mean, it's Michael. Come on.
Yeah.
Another thing that I liked was how they had Brackett back. I love Brackett.
Who?
Brackett, the original sheriff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the old guy at the end. I was so sad I was so sad. And for anybody who hasn't seen it, I recommend you click off right now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get ruined for you.
I was so sad when Michael killed Bracken. I was like, no!
I know.
No! Out of all of them, you have to kill Bracken, dude.
Yeah, I really wanted him to get justice for his daughter. I was
Yeah.
so freaking sad.
Yeah, but the problem was he kind of like toyed Michael around because like he held the gun and he held it like this. This is a cotton candy gun from Taylor Tom's from Outer Space, so you not know. But he held the gun and he was like taunting him. He was like, "Hey, Michael, everyone's entitled to one good scare." And then he just slowly walked toward him, like, "Bro, if that was me, I would have been
just pull the trigger."
Yeah, just be like rapid fire that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was part of Brackett's problem was he almost taunted Michael in a way.
Right. And maybe it's because he wanted that justice and he wanted to savor it a little bit, but it's like with a killer like Michael, you have your chance, you take it.
Right.
That's not something you chew on, you take it.
Right. And can we please talk about the corny town chant? Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight. Well, the only people who died that night was half the town.
Right, yeah.
Yo, how about that fucking lady who brought an iron to fight Michael Myers? She tried.
Right, yeah. I mean, maybe it's all she had at the time.
But you're going to fend off a madman, which, by the way, that's a Michael Cup too. You're going to fight off a madman, and you're just like, let me just bring my iron.
Yeah.
I got nothing else. I mean, and it's probably not even hot, so like it probably wouldn't do much damage anyway.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure getting punched in the face with an iron is going to hurt quite a bit. Hot or not.
Well, yeah, but like I said, it's not hot, so you're not doing as much damage as you could.
True.
So jot that down. Sean said, "Not last night."
Not last night. What?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. About last night, not last week. What?
He's doing something smart ass.
Oh, I know. He's gonna say evil dies tonight. Yep.
Yes.
Oh my god. And when fucking Tommy Doyle's like, well, if I'm going down swinging, and fucking Michael took his baseball bat. Yo, Michael went out swinging.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the movie overall? Like, if you had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10.
Overall, I'm going to give it a 6. Just because I loved how they paid homage to not just part 3. I did notice some elements of part 4 in there. Some, obviously 78, but overall, I think that the movie itself was kind of weak.
Yeah.
Because they weren't really picking up on what they were supposed to with the 2018 one.
Right.
You can still hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. I think because Sean had asked me on a scale of 1 to 10 what I would rate it, and I think I actually did. I think I rated it a 6. Yeah. And a lot of that was, to get to that point, I feel like a lot of it was just sticking to the original story. I liked that. I liked that they kind of mirrored the first two with the second one, and that in the second one, Laurie Strode is in the hospital, just like she is in the second part in the original. I like that they did the masks tribute. And there were good parts to it, but I also just felt like it was cookie cutter. It was more of the same. We've had so many slasher movies. Like, it's just another, like, it didn't break new ground at all. And see, that's what I liked about the first one in this, it's not an adaptation, but I guess in this continuation, because I'm seeing it as the first original two and then these two.
Right.
So in this first one, the 2018 one, I felt like it broke new ground. I felt like they thought outside the box with how Lori created a trap that nobody saw coming. Because, I mean, she's been spending her whole life preparing for this and looking over her shoulder, so that was great. But then I felt like the second one, it was just more of the same. It didn't really do anything for me. I will say, though, that I thought the part with the other escapee, the mental patient who ended up... Oh my God, it was heartbreaking. I almost cried.
Yeah.
It was so sad because this guy went his whole life with society not understanding him, with him not understanding himself, and feeling emotionally and mentally like everyone's coming at him from both sides, and no one's listening to him, and no one's helping him, even though he's asking for help.
Yeah.
And then that's exactly what literally happened and how he died.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was so fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah. And they were like, well, how do you know what Michael looks like? Well, first of all, that guy was like half Michael's size. So it doesn't take a genius to know that even if he didn't have a mask on, he doesn't add up to Michael's height.
Right. That, and he was scared. So your mom said the flat storyline, it fed into the slash and dash sort of films that were made since the original. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And that's another thing is, there have been so many Halloween movies and adaptations, and it's all the same thing. And like I said, I do like slasher flicks, but they're not my favorite because a lot of them they do fall into that cookie cutter, like, first we do this, then we do this, and then this person dies, so it's just kind of like, meh.
Right, right.
It didn't live up to the hype that they were giving it.
Yeah, see, and I again, and I have to repeat myself, I know it's like the bridge into the ending, but to me, it's a very wobbly bridge.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah, and that was another thing I was thinking was, okay, so there's the third one there, because they set it up perfectly for a third one. They made a lot of money with this one. So, of course, there's going to be a third one. And the thing is, like, it better blow my fucking skirt off because that one was just disappointing.
John says, I'm calling it now. Next movie, Michael says something. Well, you know what? I was reading something today where Jamie Lee Curtis said that, you're not, this one's going to make you really angry and you're not going to expect it. So it's one of two things. Either Michael finally dies, you find out Michael can't die, or Lori dies, and either way, it's not going to make me angry. It would make me more angry if, like, Dr. Loomis came back and he died.
Right.
How about a Halloween 3 picking up where the original part 2 left off? Yes. I love Season of the Witch, but I felt like we didn't really get to find, because you figure in part 4, all of a sudden Jamie has this daughter, but you don't know, did her and Jimmy end up together? Is Jamie's father some other guy? Like, they don't tie that up. But the one thing I will say about the two new Halloweens, 2018 and now Halloween Kills, is it makes me wonder, is Karen actually supposed to be Jamie? Because I was watching part 4 today, and it kind of makes sense.
Okay, go ahead.
So, here's the thing. So, if you pay attention in 2018 Halloween, Karen, which, by the way, I was not a fan of her in 2018, so I was like, thank God. At the end of Halloween Kills, I was like, thank God I hated that thing. Anyway, I say that a lot. Thank God I hated that thing. But my theory is, so Karen talks about how she was taken away from Lori when she was 12 years old and this and that, the next thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was that?
What the hell is what?
I don't know. My computer just made some kind of really weird screeching noise.
Anyway.
Okay. But Karen said she was taken away from Lori at age 12. But then, if you think about it in part 4, yeah, Jamie's like 7, but you see Jamie in foster care, and she's looking at pictures of Lori. And then in part 6, Jamie gives birth to a baby. Well, yeah, it's a baby boy, but supposedly then Jamie's killed off. Then all of a sudden, Lori has a son. How come we don't talk about any of that? But my theory still stands that what if Karen is actually supposed to be Jamie? They actually approached Danielle Harris about playing Karen.
Oh.
Because they never said she's not Jamie. Who said, after she stabbed her stepmother, who's to say that they didn't put her in another foster home and she changed her name to Karen? We don't know.
Right. Well, there's also the 5th one where Jamie is
costume
the main character. So there is the 5th Halloween where Jamie is still the main character. And I mean, even without that one, if we just look at the 4th one, Jamie deals with Michael. So if that's the case, like the whole time in the first one, Karen is saying like, this is all in your head, this isn't real. If she had experienced that, you would think that she would be just as afraid.
True. See, so I see your side of that story too. But I just think it would be a more plausible theory because, they never discussed it. They never discussed John, and they never discussed Jamie, and they never discussed who the hell their fathers are, because in H2O, she mentions how John's father is an abusive, like, methadone addict. So is that Jimmy? Was Jimmy traumatized and he, like, got hooked on, like, heroin or some shit? Like, right. I just feel like there's a lot that we don't know that we should know. And my mom said, spoiler, maybe Lori's daughter becomes Michael. Yeah, but her daughter got killed off, so maybe her granddaughter, because they said it's supposed to take place 4 years after 28. So I don't know, dude. Maybe it's her granddaughter. Okay. Oh my God, Sean. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm going the other way on this. This may not have blown your skirt off, but this movie wasn't a disaster like a lot of horror sequels. The set and camera work was solid. We saw the inclusion of a gay couple and focus on mental health. The kills are good. Michael seemed angry and more athletic. Michael's also supposed to be in his 60s, though. So what the hell was he doing? Like fucking like sit-ups waiting for that day? Like he's just like, 1, 2, kill Laurie Strode. Like what?
Well, I mean, the man also can't be killed. So
true.
Maybe he's 20-something forever. But
we also don't know why he can't be killed.
What's that?
We also don't know why he can't be killed.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Who the hell reacted to this? Oh, that was just Sean.
Yeah, of course it was. He's right. The camera work was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
I loved the
Big
gay
John
couple.
And Little John.
Yeah, they were so cute.
Oh, my goodness, I know.
There's that article circulating saying that Michael Myers is homophobic because he killed a gay couple. Let's talk about how that couple, like, yes, he killed them horribly, but he did that to everyone. And they were the only people that he killed that he, like, put them in a sweet position after they were dead to mimic the photo of them together. Like, it's fucked up, but it's kind of sweet. Like,
I mean, in a way.
Yeah. If anything, he's like, I gotta kill you because of Michael Myers, but yay, go gay.
But he killed them because they were living in his house.
Mm.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what we just said. He placed them like they were in their portrait. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I saw a comment on Facebook the other day, and I laughed so hard, and it was true. It says, Michael Myers is an equal opportunity serial killer. Anybody can catch these hands anytime.
Right, and that's kind of what's scary is, because I think that's what makes a killer really scary is, and that's, in slasher flicks or real life, is the killer that you don't know their motive, they don't have a type, they just kill. It's completely random, so it's not like, with, who was it? Son of Sam, where you could just cut your hair short and dye it blonde, and, like, you're safe. You're wrong place, wrong time, you're donezo.
Yeah, essentially. And I wish we would have seen more of Julian. I friggin' loved that kid in 2018 where he's just like, oh shit, when he sees Michael.
Yeah.
I loved him. I was like, bro, why didn't we get more of him? Like, we saw him on the TV.
Right.
I also like how they brought back the original, like, Marion Chambers, but it was so sad the way she died. I was like, damn it, you're putting her in a position where she's stuck in the car again, and now you're killing her.
Right, but I do
And
like that they showed her fighting, you know, because in her first interaction that way, she was more frightened than anything, and this
right.
time she was ready to throw down.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but I was so sad when she was like, "This is for Dr. Loomis," and the friggin' gun
Oh,
was out of bullets. I
I
was like,
know.
"Oh no!" Yo, I literally looked at my mom and I was like, "Yo, Dr. Loomis would be like, you fucking moron."
Moral of the story, guys: count your shots.
Yeah, yeah. But I like how much they referenced him in that. You know, I thought that was cool. Another thing
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a big fan of. What the hell was that thing with Hawkins and Lori talking about how they were in a relationship? And there's like a theory circulating that Hawkins was Karen's father.
No, I didn't catch that. I think
Yeah, it was when they were in the hospital room together.
right. I remember that they were talking about it. Yeah, but I thought it was just from what it sounded like to me, she got really drunk at a bar and kind of made a fool of herself because dealing with that fucking trauma, Jesus Christ, and then alcohol, you know, using alcohol to cope with it. You know, she probably
dude, I
went off on
probably
a
would too.
tangent.
Not even that
Right. And so she probably went off on a tangent or something, and he was there and he like took care of her and like got her out of there. And you know, that's kind of what I got from it, that he had a thing for her, but nothing ever came of it because she was holding out for Jimmy Ambulance Man.
Yeah. Sean said, "Not sad to see Taryn. I hope you mean Marion, and you're not gonna do Dr. Loomis's right-hand woman like that, Sean."
Oh no, I think he means Karen.
Oh, I was like, who the hell's Taryn? Yeah.
She was
Taryn
obnoxious.
She was, and Judy Greer did a good job of making me hate her because every time I see her in a commercial now, I'm like, I fucking hate that bitch. Just think of her from 2018 Halloween. I remember I saw 2018 in theaters with Jordan and Tyler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Tyler and shout out Jordan if you guys are watching this. You're probably not, but whatever. But I remember I saw it and I turned and I looked at both of them and I said, "Yo, can he fucking kill this bitch off already?" Yo, and can we talk about Cameron, like how Cameron redeemed himself? He fucking saved Hawkins' life, and then so Allison's like helping him with all this shit. Then all of a sudden, Michael's beating him to death, and she's just sitting there watching.
Like, I get that she fell down the stairs and, like, say worst case scenario, she broke the bottom half of her leg.
Yeah,
like
her grandmother did in '78. Her grandmother got up and fucking ran out of the house. Just saying.
Right, and I mean, I've never been in that situation. I can't say what I would do, but also adrenaline is pumping. So that's a great painkiller. And you have a fucking shotgun. So there's that.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. I thought Cameron was a douchebag in 2018, but his death really did not need to happen because Allison was literally just standing there being like, "Leave him alone." Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad."
Yeah, that's fucking gonna work. Yeah. That's intelligent. I think Allison is just as bad as Karen, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. I didn't like
She has room to redeem herself, I think.
She does. But
this is her first real interaction with this crazy psycho killer. So
psycho killer. Anyway. Oh man, I kind of want to be a killer clown again. God damn it. Oh well.
But yeah, what's that?
Now I'm a killer clown Jason.
There you go.
Jason.
Yes. Glam Jason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but Cameron, he really redeemed himself for me.
He really
moment did. It was right at the beginning when he is walking along the fence and he sees just some dude. He doesn't know who it is. He doesn't know that they're mortally injured. He just sees someone and is like, "Hey, are you okay?" Yeah. And then in his fucking skirt, climbs the fence and is like, "Hold on, dude, I'm coming." He still has no idea what's going on, that this guy has had his throat shot, cut, whatever, you know, and he's just like to this total stranger, like, "Hey, I'm coming, don't worry." You know, that to me is just like, we need more of that in our society. Just being there for each other.
100%. Yo, and his dad, Lonnie, yo, when I saw Lonnie Elam, like, okay, first of all, that wasn't the original actor, but that's okay. That was okay. I was like, once you saw how his dad reacted to Michael, I was like, okay, I kind of get it now because his dad is kind of douchey, but like when this is happening, like all their douchiness goes right out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pull it together pretty quick.
Yeah. Like really super, super quick. Also, let's talk about Lindsay Wallace. I feel like she was done a big disservice too.
Yeah, because she was being kick-ass, you know, and then she just got wiped off the board pretty quick.
Yeah, but you know, at least she survived. Can't say the same for Marion, unfortunately, or Tom. But I still have to say, I would have rather Paul Rudd as Tommy Doyle because I loved him in part 6. Like, I mean, okay, Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers, which by the way, that's this blanket, is a hot mess. Okay, I have to say it. Part 6 is a hot mess. But Tommy Doyle's character, for me, is like Busta Rhymes' character in Resurrection. He makes it okay. He does, dude. Like, in Resurrection, when Busta Rhymes is, like, fucking karate chopping Michael's ass, like, dude, good for you, Busta. I love it. Good for you.
Well, I think it just, slashers get to a certain point where it's like, you can do anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they took Jason to fucking space, so, you know, whatever. Chucky has a child and a cult, so, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and Chucky has a new TV show, too.
Did that start, or are they still in production?
Yes, it started.
Have you watched it?
I watched the first episode. I actually really liked it a lot.
Really? Because I know at first you were saying, like, you weren't about it.
Yeah, I wasn't about it because I was worried it was going to be like the 2019 one where it was like Buddy or some shit. It wasn't even Chucky.
Oh, yeah.
It was like some asshole doll named Buddy or something. I don't know. Yeah, so, all right, costume change one more time, and this time I'm keeping the killer clown on.
Okay.
I feel like I'm back in theater.
There you go.
Yeah, just constantly doing the costume changes.
So I want to know what your theory is for the third one. I also want to know what your theory is behind who Michael is and why he's doing what he's doing.
Well, my theory for the third one is either Laurie's going to die or Michael's going to die. There's no in between. Or they're both going to die. Like,
yeah, that would wrap it up nicely.
Like, I kind of feel like it's going to turn into, like, a Hunger Games type thing where it's, like, a fight to the death. And, like, okay, to me, I imagine it being, like, Freddy versus Jason where, like, they're both dying, but one of them delivers the final fucking blow.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to be Laurie delivering the final blow to Michael. See, this looks much better. Anyway.
And you get a cool toy with that costume.
Yo, this was fucking $25.
Oh, Jesus.
We just talk about that. But it was worth it. It was cool. I love it. I have a killer clown animatronic behind me, but it's dark so you can't see. Blinged out Jason mask. Yes, I love this. I bought this at Halloween City. This was $9.
That's glam, Jason. Glason, if you will.
Yep. This is my prized possession. I love it. I also have one signed by Ari Lehman, too. Anyway. So moving on.
So what's your theory on...
I don't think Michael's a person. I don't think...
Or ever.
Anymore. I think at one time he was, and I think that maybe perhaps something went wrong. I kind of liked the theory in part 6, though. Like, I know, once again, 6 was a hot fucking mess. But it kind of made sense as to why he was like that, because he's cursed. That's why he can't die. That's why, he can survive being blown up, shot, this, that, and the next thing. Fucking set on fire, for the love of God.
Yeah.
So that, to me, is a plausible theory, that he's cursed. I think at one time, maybe when he was a child, he was still human, but I don't think he's anymore.
Yeah.
Or he died in part 1 in 1978, and he's like Freddy Krueger now, and he's like a fucking, like, possessed supernatural being. That would also make sense. I mean, It's a little out there, but it kind of makes sense.
Right. Yeah. And I don't know if the creators, if the writers, the original creators, I don't even know if they have an origin story, like a real origin story.
I don't think they do, because John Carpenter's sole intention was it's just this little boy who killed his sister. And, you know, the thing I hate about the new Halloweens is they ignored the fact that in Halloween 2 in 81, they said Michael is Laurie's brother. Now that makes sense, because, you know, that made sense why he's going after her.
Yeah, why from the start he was following her around.
Yeah, that makes perfect total sense. But as soon as they discarded that, I was like, ooh, how are you going to do this? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Because it made perfect sense. Because you would figure, again, as they say in part 6, Michael Myers was under a curse to kill his whole family. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why he can't die.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like I just feel like they're going to go out Hunger Games style, and either both of them or one of them is going to die. I kind of feel like it's going to be both, though.
Yeah. Okay, so they cut out the whole thing of them being related, which is stupid. I agree. So then what is their theory now of why he keeps going after Laurie? Is it just because she's the one that got away? Like, you know, murder-wise?
I don't know if it's that, because, you know, if you look at 2018's, and then you look at, you know, Halloween Kills, 2018, you know, the podcasters were the ones that found her in the first place. They tracked her down. But Dr. Sartain is the one who brought
that led him there.
Laurie. Yeah. So that's how he knew Laurie was even still alive. That's how he broke out. But my theory, and they mention it in Halloween Kills, is they're keeping each other alive. He lives off the fear of her and being the predator, and she survives by being the prey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's this album by Ice Nine Kills, and the song is actually in reference to Jaws, but my theory for part 3 Halloween Kills is literally going to be like a line from the song where it just goes, "The predator will soon become the prey."
Well, I think that's kind of what happened with the 2018 one, because she trapped him.
Right.
But I mean, maybe she'll finish it off in the third one.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you. In 2018, when those grates went over him, I felt so bad. He looked like such a sad puppy. I was like, poor Michael.
Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, oh my god.
Yo, I'm not kidding. Me, Jordan, and Tyler, we were just like, oh, poor Michael. He's so sad. Oh man. My first knife fight too. You know, that's perfect. That's gonna be Laurie and Michael in Halloween Ends. Yeah. Literally that image. Like, if you would just put a mask on one of them, that's gonna be Laurie and Michael next year.
Yeah. So you said it's supposed to, the final one, it is going to be the final one.
So they say. I think it's going to be the final one for this trilogy. I don't think they're done, though. I think that they are going to continue to milk the shit out of it and use it as a cash cow. Now, you know, I feel like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, they got the proper send-offs after their remakes because they just finished. And I really feel like after Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, which I wasn't a big fan of, I feel like that's where it should have ended.
Yeah. Although I did like the 2018 one.
Oh yeah, that one was good, for sure. 2018 proved Laurie and Michael are on an even level mentally. The new movie, Laurie's guard was down. A second one-on-one should be epic.
Yeah, because now they're both ready for each other.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Not even gonna lie though, I thought it was so funny when he just literally picks up his mask nonchalantly after he just slayed the entire town. He's like, yo, fuck you, I got this. Literally, one man took down an entire mob, bro. I was like, dude, you are
I know.
You are savage.
See, and that bothers me because they all know the stories. Like, he can't die. Like, okay, where's the person with the fucking axe taking his goddamn head off? Like, decapitate this motherfucker already.
Yo, okay. All right. In Halloween H2O, when she fucking decapitated him, that should have been the end. And then Resurrection comes back with this bullshit story that it wasn't even him? What?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of a new Freddy, Robert Englund only, though. I agree. I do not like the Freddy remake with the new guy. I don't even know the new guy's name. That's how much
God, I don't remember anything of the new Nightmare on Elm Street other than it's darker and grittier, which I like.
Yeah.
It gives it more of a, like, psychological, like, icky feeling, which is different for slasher flicks. So I did like that.
I think the guy.
But other than that, nothing really stuck out to me.
I think the guy from Twilight's in it too, and I know Rooney Mara, who's now married to Joaquin Phoenix, was in it. That's all I know. New guy was cringy AF. Yo, he was. There's nobody better than Robert Englund, and Robert Englund is actually a really good film director. If you haven't, I recommend you check out his movie 976 Evil. That movie's dope.
Okay, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it either. I don't remember how I found it. I think I found it illegally on YouTube when I was like 12. But yeah, no, you know, I just feel like I have higher hopes for Halloween Ends because of how I want to say stagnant Halloween Kills was. It was kind of stagnant.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that the second one was really just a vehicle to get to the final act, really.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100% agree. I feel, oh my God, why do I keep coughing? But anyway,
because you're a smoker.
Shh, nobody needs to know that. Right now, I'm a killer clown. Anyway, speaking of, you remember like that clown phase in 2016? Anyway, no, okay.
Oh my God, right? We should do a whole episode about that. Jesus.
Hell yeah. But anyway, yeah, I have high hopes for Halloween Ends, and that's only because I feel like we're gonna get a lot of what we didn't in Halloween Kills.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you though, I do fucking like the Halloween Kills mask. I know when we got them in at work, I used to like go and pick them up off the shelves. They sold out like instantaneously, but I used to pick them up and just pet them because they feel like burnt marshmallows. Oh man, okay. All right. I'm alive. I'm good. I promise.
Did Robert Englund, did he make a cameo in the new Nightmare?
No.
See, that's just wrong. I feel like if you're going to make a remake, the original needs to make a cameo.
I agree.
I feel like that's just the right, like, I don't know, okay. This could be a whole episode on its own because I am in love. It might be one of the best movies I've ever seen. The new Candyman by Jordan Peele.
I didn't see it yet.
Holy shit.
I still didn't see it yet. I have to.
Okay, it is so good. It is very Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, hell yeah.
In its style. Oh.
All right, now you got my attention.
So good. Okay, you're going to go watch that, and then we're going to do an episode on it because it's amazing. And the whole time I'm like, where's Tony Todd? Where's Tony Todd? Where is he? The man of the hour. He needs to be here. And he finally makes his cameo at the very end, and it is, chef's kiss. Love it. I would watch that movie again.
Oh, hell yeah. Yo, okay, and can we just talk about Tony Todd for a minute? I love him in Final Destination as well.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Everyone wants Morgan Freeman to narrate their life. I want Tony Todd to narrate my life, please.
Yo, him or Robert Englund, honestly. I was saying to my friend last night, like, I would pay Robert Englund to just say, welcome to prime time, bitch. I would go to a convention he's at, give him the money and say, just say those lines to me, and I promise you, you will never see me again.
Yeah.
Like that's all I want. Just welcome to prime time.
Did you ever see him in Urban Legend?
Yes.
That's a good movie. The second one is pretty good too.
Did you ever see 2001 Maniacs?
No. Is he in that one?
Yes. Him and I want to say Bill Moseley's in it too. I could be wrong. He's another one. I fucking love Bill Moseley.
Who's that?
He plays Otis in House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's also Chop Top in Texas Chainsaw 2, which that one is really Texas Chainsaw 2 is really obscure. I haven't really met anybody else that's seen it because it's weird.
Okay, so I know they remade Texas Chainsaw. Did they remake the second Texas Chainsaw too?
No.
Okay, so you're talking the original.
The original from 86.
Okay.
It takes place 13 years after the original.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super, super cool.
Interesting.
I don't think they will end Michael Myers. They make too much money off it. They just can't come up with new characters to take the place or carry the torch for Freddy, Jason, Michael, Leatherface. I agree.
Yes.
And they keep doing it with Texas Chainsaw, too. They keep making money off it and milking it.
Yeah, and I feel like there are really great storylines out there, and Halloween is one of them. But I feel like after this, it's got to fucking end. You want to find someone to carry the torch? That's great. Come up with a new one.
Right, because you figure, okay, let me say it's like the bid, like 5, 6, I don't know. I'll count them as I go. So you have Child's Play, Chucky, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, so the bid 6. You want to try and compete with the bid 6, you gotta be creative and you gotta stop doing remakes.
Right, and stop following the cookie cutter shit. Do something outside the box.
Right.
And I don't mean crazy fucking Jason in space outside the box. And I know there are those of you out there who love Jason in space, and that's totally fine. But let's do something that makes people think, that really gets under people's skin,
Can we
and not in like a torture porn kind of way, but like in a mental game of cat and mouse kind of thing.
Yeah. Can we do a blingy Jason in space, though? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, even Killer Clowns. Okay, I can safely say to you, I saw Killer Clowns from outer
space. Do you hear the train?
Yes. Anyway. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sorry. Okay. The train is super loud.
Apparently. Anyway, I saw Killer Clowns from Outer Space when I was a really young kid, and I watched it again when I was in high school. And up until this year, I didn't think anybody else had ever heard of that movie either. But as of this year, it's becoming like a huge, huge, huge cult classic. Like, I have a light-up shorty, I have an animatronic shorty, a Funko Pop shorty, and the fucking cotton candy gun that I all got from work just this year alone. So yeah. I feel like Killer Clowns, in a way, 30 years later, 33 or whatever, became a sleeper hit. So maybe some of these movies have the potential to do that, but they're not really,
It all depends. It's the same thing as like...
I have to fix my nose, right? I'm not picking my nose, I promise.
It all depends. It's the same thing as like how Pokemon cards became a thing again, and people are making bank on that shit and going crazy over that. Because one person brought it out of the box and dusted it off and was like, hey, remember this cool shit? So I feel like Killer Clowns about a year ago when I started working at Hot Topic, we had Killer Clowns from Outer Space shirts. And I think that reemergence in just the merch alone got people thinking like, what the hell is that? That looks crazy and cool and hilarious. Let me go see what that is, And it was, I think it's been on Netflix for like ever, so there's that. It's
not on Netflix anymore, but it was, yeah.
Of course. Yeah. The moment you want to watch something on Netflix, it's gone.
Oh yeah, and I'm not paying for it on Amazon. But this is called the Cotton Candy Gun, and if you haven't seen the movie, they put humans in cotton candy cocoons.
If there's a way you gotta go, I'll take it. I love cotton candy.
Yo, me too, honestly. Don't talk shit on Jason X. Okay, I just recently watched Jason X again. I remember seeing the commercials for it when I was a kid, and it was like, in the year 24 or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was weird then. I still think it's weird. However, I love the part where they fucking holographically put Crystal Lake there, and he figures out that it's a fucking hologram. I love that.
I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't remember specific scenes. I just remember him in like the cryo tube.
Yeah, and they
That's
accidentally wake him up.
yeah, it's pretty much all I remember, other than me being like, "This is fucking ridiculous." But I think it was one of those movies where it was supposed to be fucking ridiculous, you know. So
Yeah.
maybe if I
Oh.
go back and look at it and watch it with that kind of point of view, I'll feel differently about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I just saw this. My question is, where does Michael live between Halloweens? That's a good question. Where does he go? I mean,
Well, I mean,
I
he's
mean,
always.
in 2018, he was like in the mental asylum for 40 years. But does he go back to the Myers house and just squat under there? Like, I don't understand.
Apparently not, because the couple that moved in there, they renovated that house so nice.
Oh,
Holy shit.
yeah.
If I was a crazy killer and I came back to my childhood home and saw it like that, I'd be like, damn. Maybe that's why he was so tender to them after they died. After he killed them.
Yeah, because
he was just like super impressed.
Yeah, he was like, I really like this. I love that color scheme. Like,
dude, that dark green, that the whole layout and theme of that house was gorgeous.
And I love how they named Big John and Little John. I love that. I love that so much.
Sweet. And they were so smart when they were clearing the house.
Yeah.
Avast, go fuck yourself. But when they went to clear the house, they would just call each other's names so that they're aware of where each other is and if they're okay. Like, that was so fucking smart. I really liked that.
Yeah, and when Little John, it was Little John, right? Yeah, the tall guy was Little John, right?
Yeah.
When he found Big John and he saw Michael, like, he literally was not even afraid. He was just like, hello, Michael. Like, he literally knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Props to him, because most people would have, like, tried to stab him, but I guess because he just saw his husband, like, dead, and he was just like, hello, Michael, take me now.
Right, yeah, because it's like, if your partner is your whole life like that, then you don't have much to fight for, which I get, but at the same time, I'd be like, oh, bitch, we are so gonna dance. Get ready.
Yeah, you just be like, if I'm going out swinging.
Exactly, but that's just my nature.
Except the difference is, you wouldn't be like Tommy Doyle. You would literally go out swinging.
Yeah, true.
I'm sorry.
And I know you don't like that Anthony Michael Hall played him, but that was the first time I've seen him since Breakfast Club and 16 Candles, and it was kind of like a nice, like, oh, hey, it's you. How you doing? How you been?
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those moments. So it wasn't too bad. But at the same time, I felt like he didn't fit Tommy.
No.
In some way, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like he didn't fit who Tommy was as a child somehow.
Nope. Plus, I saw Anthony Michael Hall. The last movie I saw him in was a movie called Hysteria, the Def Leppard story, and it's like a biopic on Def Leppard.
Mm-hmm.
So I will always see him as Mutt Lange, even though he's not Mutt Lange.
Right.
But yeah, it's like you said, I feel like Paul Rudd is a better fit for Tommy Doyle, and I don't know why, but he couldn't do it because he was doing Ghostbusters. That's why they settled on Anthony Michael Hall.
Oh, see, I gotta see Ghostbusters. Yeah. I still haven't seen it, which is just wrong. I know.
I saw the original. I didn't see part 2 though. I did not see Ghostbusters 2. It
was okay. Like, it was fine. But it wasn't the original, It's very, very rare. As Randy explained perfectly in Scream 2, it is very extremely rare, if not impossible, for a sequel to outdo the original.
Yep.
Or to do as well as.
Fuck.
Huh?
Yo, I fucking love when he just goes, who would want to do that? Sequels suck. Yo, oh my god. Okay, the entire time I was watching Halloween Kills, I just kept thinking of him saying, you are dealing with a concluding chapter of a trilogy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, shooting him won't stop him. Setting him on fire won't stop him. The only way to kill him is to cryogenically freeze his head.
Yep.
So I
First
would
you
not
have to
be
chop his
surprised.
fucking head off.
I would not be surprised if we get Michael in space one day. But I will still say, I want to see Freddy versus Jason versus Michael.
Well, who won Freddy versus Jason?
Well,
that's another one I haven't seen in a long time, and I do not remember because it
well,
didn't really stand out to me. All
okay.
I remember is the weird dream thing and the stoner guy.
The stoner guy.
And he dreamed about that weird caterpillar. Like, that's literally all I remember.
Well, technically speaking, the girl, like the final girl, she technically won because she cut off Freddy's head, but she threw it in the lake or something, if I remember. And then they thought they killed Jason, but Jason like walks out of the lake holding Freddy's head. So technically speaking, Jason kind of won.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
They both left the door open. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, technically speaking, Monica Keena, who was the, oh my god, what the hell was her name? I don't remember her name. And I just watched it the other day. I don't remember her friggin' name. But anyway, she was the one who kind of won because, Jason and Freddy, Freddy winked. Yeah. I still
so they're both alive.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, you can't really kill Freddy. He's a demon. He's not technically not alive.
Right.
So, I mean, there's that. Can we just talk about how cool that would be, though, to just see, like, even if it's not Freddy versus Jason versus Michael, you just do Michael versus Jason? Bro. First of all, it would be like Nosferatu, and it would be no dialogue. It would just be like a... Okay.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Did you see season 3 of Cobra Kai?
I have not even watched Cobra Kai.
Okay, so I'm not going to spoil it, but there's like these obnoxiously long fight scenes in Cobra Kai, right? Okay. So I feel like Freddy or Jason versus Michael would be like Cobra Kai mixed with like Nosferatu. Like there'd be no dialogue. It's just a bunch of like karate chopping and stabbing each other for like 2 straight hours.
Just a huge fight scene. A silent fight scene.
yeah. The first rule of Fight Club, don't speak.
Right, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you say Michael versus Jason because Sean actually asked me that after we watched Halloween Kills. He said, "Who do you think would win in a fight?" And I immediately said Michael because he can't die.
Well, technically, neither can Jason, though.
With English narrating.
Yeah, I just saw that. Oh my god. Okay, no. England can narrate, but you also have to have some commentary from Busta Rhymes. Trick or treat, motherfucker. I'm sorry. I can't stand Halloween Resurrection. I think it's cheesy as hell, but I love that quote. When he just breaks down the door, he just goes, trick or treat, motherfucker.
Well, I like that they brought that toughness angle to it. Kind of like, are you a fan of the Paranormal Activity movies?
Yes. I did not see the most recent ones. I saw up to part 4, though.
Okay. I don't remember where it came in, but it's the one, is it Lost Souls? The one with the Hispanic kids in, like, inner city LA. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I feel like I did.
Okay, it's really good. It's kind of like an offshoot, but it ties in with the whole franchise, the whole series, and it's really good. Lots of good scares, lots of like skin crawling moments, and at the end, they're all trying to go and save their friend from the cult of witches. Who, if this cult of witches really exists, are you taking recruits? Anyway, so they go to the farm where this cult of witches are. But they bring a guy who is, I don't know if he's head of a gang or he's like really high ranking in a gang, and his like toady kind of guy, his right hand, whatever, and they bring like hella firepower. And I like that they brought that twist to it because it's like, yeah, you have stupid white girls and white boys just screaming all the time in scary movies like, someone help me, oh my god. And then you get tough people from the city, that know how to deal with shit.
Yeah,
and they're like, yeah, let's go. Let's try this. You know? And I really like how it shakes up the genre that way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, and that's what Resurrection, I think, was good for, because not only do you have Busta Rhymes, you have Rudy, the cook, where he's like, hey, Michael, you got to try a little less protein in your diet. like I said, it's like corniness like that. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? You're literally telling this man to change his diet? This man eats rats and dogs.
Well, yeah, then he definitely should change his diet.
I mean, yeah, but like, you really think he's gonna listen and like eat something normal? Probably not.
Well, I think it's like that dark humor that a lot of people who have seen and dealt with a lot of shit, you see it a lot with people in the medical field and cops and shit, where they have a really dark, fucked up sense of humor. Lawyers too, like, darkest sense of humor. And it's to save their sanity, you know, is so that they're able to keep a cool head. It keeps them anchored.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope, well, I mean, clearly he won't be coming back as Tommy Doyle, because now Tommy Doyle's dead, but I hope that Anthony Michael Hall does not make a reappearance in Halloween Ends. As much as I respect him as an actor, I did not like him as Tommy Doyle.
I think if he does, it's going to be a short flashback the way they did with Loomis.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay, can we also talk about that scene where Hawkins accidentally shoots his partner instead of Michael?
Okay, yes, because that sucked and it was really sad, but I'm glad they did that, because so many movies are like the heroic shot of, you know, the bad guy behind the innocent person, and they landed every time, and it's great in America, you know, but it's like, that's not real life. That's not how it happens. You know, it's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah. And, you know, not only that, but the only thing I didn't like was, like, Loomis is literally about to fucking execute Michael, and Hawkins is like, no, don't kill him. And then he's like, I should have let Loomis kill him. Yeah, you fucking should have.
Yeah, but it still wouldn't have done anything. He still would have come back.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I shot him 6 times. Like,
and then he fell off of a second-story banister. Okay. After getting stabbed in the face with a sewing needle. Like,
and the eye. He got stabbed in the neck and the eye.
Mm-hmm. Like, he's not gonna fucking die. Are you kidding me? No.
Boogeyman.
Right. Yep. But they had to do that, though. They had to show his guilt and how he blamed himself. Yeah. You know, it's character development, which I think is very important, and a lot of movies don't give enough time to.
Oh, 100%. Like, for example, in the new Chucky, they actually addressed the Glenn Glenda thing, and Chucky talks about how he has a queer kid, and he said, yeah, my kid's gender fluid, and the guy asked him if he's bothered by it, and Chucky said, I'm not some kind of monster. And I'm like, bro, you literally are a monster, but good on you, Chucky.
Yeah.
You know? Good on you.
Well, I think that's like a call out to the people who are, like, upset by that shit. It's like, even the evil fucking possessed doll who kills people for funsies, he realizes that being shitty and horrible and hateful towards trans people is wrong. So maybe get your shit together and stop being a fuck.
Yep, pretty much. So shout out Chucky.
The one good thing you did.
Yeah, the one good thing. The one good thing. But no, can we just talk about, I know you brought it up briefly, but like when Michael falls off the balcony in the original part 1, can we just talk about how you can literally see the actor walking backwards up a ramp if you pay close enough attention? You can literally see him. You see him. He like goes up on an angle. You can tell it's a ramp right there.
Yeah. But, you know, it's the 70s. There's also a point where I think it's Laurie's crossing the street, and you can see a palm tree in the background.
Yeah, and there's
a part. I don't think they have palm trees in Illinois, but okay.
And there's a part, the part where her and Annie are walking down the street, and Laurie sees Michael, and then Annie calls Laurie over. You can see a tuft of cigarette smoke from John Carpenter go across the screen, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then
that was his cameo. That's all. Just like Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
John Carpenter and cigarette smoke.
Yeah. Well, John Carpenter made a cameo in The Fog too. But anyway, we'll
that's a good movie.
Yeah, we'll go to that later. We'll discuss John Carpenter at another point.
Like, yeah, he deserves an episode all his own.
Yeah, but speaking of weird things in Halloween, I was watching this show yesterday on Netflix called The Movies That Made Us, and I already knew a lot of this, but I thought it was super cool. I actually did not know that. What the hell was it? Oh my god, dude! I just lost my train of thought entirely.
Movies That Made Us. Something about Halloween.
Movies That Made Us. Halloween. John Carpenter. There was something that they said that I didn't know. Oh, yeah. So you know the scene where he breaks the window with his hand?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the stunt coordinator, and he had a wrench right here in his hand that was painted flesh tone because he couldn't break the window with just his hand.
Oh.
And if you look closely for a split second, you can see the wrench right in the palm of his hand.
I love that shit. I love crazy movie shit. Like, if you look closely or if you pause it just right, okay.
Yeah.
Sean, don't listen. Okay. So, in the movie Wild Wild West, have you seen it? Will Smith. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sean, don't listen. So, in the beginning, when Will Smith is, like, having a sexy date in the water tower, and then it falls.
Yeah.
And he falls out of it. So as he's falling out, if you pause it just right, you can see his dick.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Me and my mom spent literally 20 minutes trying to pause it just right. Because I was like, wait a second. Did I just see Will Smith's dick?
Yo.
And she was like, did you? I was like, I don't know. Let's look and find out. And we did.
Oh my god. Yo, that reminds me of in Scream where Tatum's like, oh, I love that motorcycle. Anyway, where Tatum's like, I was thinking Tom Cruise and all the right moves, you know, if you pause it just right, you can see his penis. I love that. But yeah, the Movies That Made Us, fucking awesome documentary. They have one on Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street too. A fun fact was that Donald Pleasance did not want to be Loomis. His daughter. His daughter talked him into the role. And once he did it, he said that he would do as many Halloweens as they wanted to make.
Aww.
Poor
That's
Loomis.
cool. That's really cool.
You know, I really want a Dr. Loomis tattoo.
What would he be though? So oh my god, would he be a fisherman because all of your killers are like fish based?
Yes. Him and Clint from Jaws, like literally.
Yes!
Yeah. Like freaking the two of them are on the orca and they're like trying to catch him. Yeah.
I love it. Oh my god, make it happen, Captain.
Oh my god. Okay. Hold up. I gotta write that down. Hold up 1 second. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget it.
I'm actually going for my next tattoo on Thursday, and it's a homage to Halloween, the holiday. I'm getting a half sleeve on this arm, and I'm excited.
Oh, nice. Good luck. I'm just warning you, right here is a bitch.
Well, it's only going to be this top part.
Oh.
I don't think it's probably not going to reach the elbow.
I'm getting one next weekend. I'm finishing my whole sleeve. I'm going right in here. So
yay!
Pray for me, buddy, because I've heard that like this area is really brutal. So.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we're gonna go around the back. She's been designing it forever. I made the appointment. Oh my god, in June or July, and the soonest appointment I could get was October 28th, which is kind of perfect since it's a homage to Halloween. So.
Yeah. I get my yearly Halloween tattoo, and my artist does not open on Sundays, and it just so happens that Halloween's on a Sunday this year, so I had to go with the 30th.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta make sacrifices.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Well, that's all that. I mean, honestly, that's all I have to say. Again, 6 out of 10 for Halloween Kills. Some of it was good. I have high hopes for Halloween Ends, and honestly, next year, I think I'm going to spend the money and see it in theaters because I think I might like it a little bit more if I can see it in theaters. You know what I mean?
And it might be the last. I mean, they could continue to milk it, until our great grandchildren die. But there's also the possibility that it might be the very, very last one.
Right.
And so I think that would be worth seeing it in theaters.
Yeah, for sure. But I want to see it at the drive-in.
Ooh, that would be super cool.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Oh my god, yeah, let's do it. Okay, it's a date.
Yes.
Next
Okay. Happy Halloween.
Yep. I do not want to see you until then. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you.
Okay, till next year. Bye.
Yeah, yo. And then after the movie, I'm just gonna leave you there, and it's gonna be like Grease, and you're just gonna be Danny, and you're just gonna be sitting stranded at the drive-in.
Yep. Sadly, singing on swings.
Yep. Commercials play behind you.
Yep.
What will they say? Say at school. Oh. So, yeah.
Well, we definitely have a few topics that we can possibly discuss. I mean, that we will discuss in the future. I don't know what will be next, but we mentioned remakes altogether.
Yep.
And John Carpenter altogether, which means we didn't do Wes Craven altogether, did we? We just touched on a lot of his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So him as well. And I feel like there was another one.
You have to check out 976 Evil, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another hidden gem, which we're always coming across.
Yep. Hell yeah. I mean, hey,
if you haven't seen our hidden gem episode, go watch it now.
Yeah, go watch it now. I will post the link below. Also, make sure you watch Brain Scan because best hidden gem of the 90s.
Good. It's really, really good.
It is. I promise you, it's worth your time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yep. So, time for the big reveal. Who's behind the mask? Oh no, it's me. Oh no.
And you would have gotten away with it too.
If it weren't for you meddling kids. By the way, did you see the new Scooby-Doo? Straight out of nowhere?
No.
Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog crossover?
No. Is it live action? No, it's got to be cartoon, right?
Cartoon.
I'm gonna watch it.
Me too. I haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting.
I'm gonna go watch it like right now.
Mostly because I don't want to pay for it. So, Sean, hook me up.
I sent you my link, didn't I? No?
No, you didn't send me
okay.
your link. All right. Well,
okay, I'll send it to you.
Yep. And that's a wrap. I love this thing. This was the best $7 I ever spent. This is also half of my money this year went right back to my job, so I'm pretty much paying them to work there.
That's pretty much what happened when I worked at Hot Topic. So
yeah, you know. I'm pretty much paying my job to work there. So
yeah.
Sometimes it happens. This shirt's also from there too.
I mean, it's basically at this point volunteer work.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. So that about does it for our Ghoulfriends podcast from Blingy Jason and I and Killer Vintage Clown. Huh? The many faces. Look at I have 3 faces. You see,
You're a 3-headed expert.
Yeah. See, I'm like a Cerberus.
Yes.
See, this is why people think I'm unapproachable. Because I do shit like this. That's why people think I'm unapproachable. Not because I have, RBF, resting bitch face. No, because I do weird shit like that live on camera. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, but at least you know all your friends are real friends.
True.
Because we're just as weird as you, and we love you for your weird. Oh, we froze. Again. Oh, okay. We both froze. Brain freeze.
Yep. Well, I can hear you.
Well, all right. Well, then, I guess that's it. What?
Yep, that's it. That concludes this episode of the podcast.
Wouldn't be our podcast if we didn't have a couple glitches. All right, guys, we will see you next time. Let us know if there's anything you are dying for us to talk about, and we'll get to it.
Yeah, and let me know in the comments below if you want to see my Halloween collection. Jamie has seen some of it, but she hasn't seen the recent increase, the abundance of junk that I've accumulated. So if you want to see it, let us know, and I'll do like an episode on that, and maybe I'll have Jamie come to my house for that one. And
yeah, we'll have a tour of your spooky museum.
Yeah, and she'll be like, "Oh my god, what the hell's wrong with you?"
No, I'll be like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
Yo, and then I'll just turn my back, and all my stuff will be gone, and she'll just be like taking a wheelbarrow out of my house.
Yeah, there's an animatronic like half shoved up my shirt, and I'm like, "Oh, it's weird."
You know what? Yeah, you know, speaking of that, I do have a Ghostface animatronic that sits in my front window.
I am aware.
If he ever goes missing, I'll know where to find him.
Yes, you will.
And that seriously concludes this week's episode of the Ghoulfriends podcast. Let us know what you want to see. Do you want to see Alonna's Halloween collection? Do you want to see an analysis of John Carpenter? Do you want to see all of the above that we mentioned? Let us know. Your feedback really helps us. And even if you don't give us feedback, we're still going to decide on a topic anyway. So stay tuned for the next topic. I'm Alonna.
I'm Jamie.
And this has been Ghoulfriends and Blingy Jason.
Stay spooky, friends.
Hell yeah.